guys, welcome to this new video of Kubernetes for beginner. Today we are going to talk about control plane, cluster, node, pod, container, application overview. So we are going to see stuff from the microstructure to the macro structure. So let me take you guys direct straight to the topic. So in Kubernetes, we are going to have something called a control plane. Right? Kubernetes, we are going to have something called a control plane, and the control plane is actually the brain of everything, right? It's actually the center control. Imagine that you have an airplane. Inside the airplane, you have the cockpit. The cockpit is actually the place in the airplane that control the entire airplane. It is where the pilot push some button to make the plane either taxi or to make the plane fly or to make the plane land or to make the plane turn left, right. So imagine that is the center control. So in Kubernetes we have that also, and that is called the control plane. Now we also have something called the cluster. Imagine the cluster just like the fuselage of your car, or the fuselage of the airplane. And in the fuselage, you have the compartment where people sit, and you have the compartment where we put goods, right? So that's called the fuselage. Imagine like a Boeing 777. You have the cockpit, which is the control plane. Then you have the fuselage. We have where people sit. You have business class, first class, economic class, and then you have other people. Then you have at below the airplane the big open compartment where people actually put baggages or people that are traveling. So the control plane just like that fuselage, right? The control plane is just like that fuselage. Now inside the control plane, the cluster, right? The cluster is just like that fuselage, right? The cluster, not the control plane. Now inside the cluster we are going to have something called node. And you can have multiple nodes, right? Like as we saw in our previous video, you can have multiple nodes. So inside the control plane, we are going to have node. Now, and inside the node, we are going to have pod. And inside the pod, we are going to have container. And inside the container, we are going to have the applications. So the nomenclature is we have the control plane and we have the cluster. Inside the cluster, we have the node. Inside the node, we have pod. Inside those pod, we have container. And inside those container, we have the application running. That's just how Kubernetes function. And that's just the overview between cluster, applications, pod, node. I hope you like this video. See you guys in the next video.